All right, I'm gonna just ask you a couple questions. First off, this is Christian Haynes, played for Charlotte 49ers football team, and he walked on during the spring.
hmm
So first off, what did you do in order to prepare yourself for walk-ons?
Well, I think the main thing, because I ended up transferring from Elizabeth City, so in order to prepare myself to walk on, actually coming in, there was no walk-ons. Like I got here in the spring, and when I got here, they said the roster was full, so they weren't having like any walk-on tryouts. But there's like a possibility that they were gonna have them the next year, like that next spring, and like I just pretty much had to train that whole off season. So like I took a year off of football. Like that was my
Okay.
first time I like did not play football. So during that year off, I just pretty much trained like consistently. So I'm talking about like Monday through Saturday, like 2 times a day.
What type of stuff did you do?
The main things I did was just weight room wise, just
Okay.
I just stayed in the weight room a lot, and then after the weight room, I did the field. So I was running the hills, doing the ladder, and everything that pretty much benefited me in the position I was going for
Right.
football. So I
Which
was
is you play corner, right?
yeah play cornerback.
Okay.
So yeah, I did that, and then another thing that got me ready was just being consistent and going to the coaches and talking to them a lot. So
All right, I've heard that too.
yeah.
All right. Um, how was your experience during your first year on the team?
It's been an experience, especially when I joined in the spring. I think it was like it was new because I came off one. It's Division 1 FBS football, so I'm like, dang, this is
Yeah.
it. But that I couldn't let that get to me because at the end of the day, football's football. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So at first that was kind of getting to me, and I feel like I was kind of holding back in practices. But after I like got used to it, like everything started to flow, and everything started good. So my first year playing football and getting on the team was great. I had a good experience. I mean, our record wasn't the best, but
Right.
like I said, you got to have a different perspective. I'd rather be here on the team and have a losing record than not playing at all. So
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a blessing.
yeah.
Did it meet or exceed your expectations? Like how the season went or how your experience went on the team?
I actually thought, like, with the season, I thought we were going to be good. Because last season, when I wasn't on the team, they went 5 and something. And, like, the majority of the team was coming back. So, like, I already knew, like, getting on the team, thought we was going to go to a bowl ring, like, to a bowl game and get a ring and everything. But that didn't pan out. But, like, I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Right.
And I feel like this is like the season we just had. Like we're having majority of everyone's coming back next season again because we're a young team, and I feel like this season happened for a reason. And I feel like it's all the motivation we need to do better next season. So
Exactly.
yeah,
How did you feel when you found out that you made the team?
that was probably one of the best feelings because when you just like begin on the team wasn't even guaranteed. Like I wasn't recruited by them or nothing, but I just continued to have faith in God and just consistently work hard. So I just prayed and had just consistently work hard, and I just knew eventually my breakthrough was gonna come through. So like when I got that call from Coach Adams, the defensive back coach, and he told me to come in and we had a meeting. It was like 6 of us to walk on, but like 4 of us only got on the team because our grades were good, and they liked how we did. So yeah, when I got on the team, and then the tryout was pretty much the whole spring. Yeah, the spring practices and stuff, and they evaluated us from there. So after that, like they told us we were good, and then I got invited for fall camp and everything. So
That's
yeah, it
what's
was
up.
a great blessing. It was I don't know, it's a feeling you really can't describe. Just
And then,
playing ball again.
from my understanding, like a couple games in, you made your way onto the actually on the
Oh
starting on
yeah,
the field.
yeah.
What was that? Kickoff.
Yeah, I start on kickoff and punt return.
Oh, that's what's up,
Yeah.
man. See, not many people do that.
Yeah, what happened really was though, like I went into fall camp and like I was already on like special teams and everything. Like I pretty much proved myself, and like right when fall camp was ending, I injured myself.
Dang.
So once I injured myself, like they took me off of everything, and I pretty much was like, I was red-shirted, but I wasn't in a way. I don't know how it worked, but I was out for those first 6 games. Like I just sat out, and then the special teams coach texted me. He was like, "Yeah, you're traveling this week, so be ready." And since then, I've been playing ever since. So that was definitely a blessing.
Yeah, definitely. Why did you have to walk on?
Mainly because I wasn't, like, coming out of high school, I wasn't recruited by anyone. I didn't have no scholarship offers, nothing. The reason I played at Elizabeth City, I walked on to Elizabeth City too. That was a preferred walk-on, and that's a Division II college. And the reason for that is mainly because of my mom and my dad, and they were like just emailing different coaches and stuff. So Elizabeth City got me, and then I didn't really like there, so I just, prior to getting to Elizabeth City, I got accepted to Charlotte for the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So I already had my mindset of going to the Charlotte in the spring if I didn't like Elizabeth City. So I didn't like Elizabeth City, and then I went to Charlotte. And then since they weren't really recruiting me, my only opportunity was just to walk on. So.
That's great. So communication is a big part of walking on.
Oh yeah.
With the coaches and stuff.
Oh yeah, you gotta be persistent and talk to them, because if they don't see your face, you showing your face and being persistent and talking to them like all the time, that's just showing that you really want to be on the team bad. So.
Right. What were your numbers like in the weight room at the time, like of walking on?
Oh, actually, yeah. Prior to walking on, like, I was just working out so much. So during that, I was just getting stronger and faster. And like before I went on the team, my bench was like 350, and then my squat was around 500. So, and now it's just jumped up since then, since I'm actually working with a real weight room program now. So, yeah.
So what is it now?
I think
relative.
Like I want to say my bench went up to like 365, 370.
That's what's up.
And the squat is kind of still around the 500s.
Okay.
So we haven't really maxed out yet, but yeah, I'm up there.
Yeah. How important would you say physical strength was in the process of walking on?
Physical, I say, is very important because, I mean, prior to getting on the team, I mean, especially when you got on the team, we had to do a bunch of conditioning tests. So, like, they tested you to see if you were able to keep up. And, like, working out and doing all the stuff before getting on the team definitely helped, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been prepared for those tests.
All right.
So, yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how mentally prepared were you to walk on?
10.
10?
Guaranteed, yeah.
That's
because
great.
I was really just that ready. I was confident that I was going to get on the team and everything. So I think out of all the walk-ons, I was probably the most ready.
Right, and I've read several sources where they say that's probably the biggest component that would lead to your success in walking on, is having that mentality that you're going to get on the team.
Exactly.
And you're going to show them that, like, what you're bringing to the team, and what you're bringing to the table. And if you could give any advice to future walk-ons to a college football team, what would you say?
I feel like the best advice I'll give to a walk-on is to just outwork everybody. Because when you get on the team, a lot of those scholarship players, they're going to doubt you. It's like, oh, he's a walk-on, he doesn't got much. But, like, the main thing you want to do is just prove everyone wrong. And the one thing to do that is, one, to have faith in God, because that's my main thing. But another is you have to consistently work hard. At the end of the day, everyone's human, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We all playing ball. But if you outwork that next person, you're going to get yours eventually. Hard work pays off every time. It got me to where I'm at, and it's going to continue to pay off. So eventually I'm going to get in front of these people that are in front of me. So
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that. But definitely outwork your competition in the starter. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you coming and do this interview with me. Main reason I chose you because, like, we didn't know each other when we were in Jacksonville, but we're from the same place, and basically I've been like I follow you on Instagram, so I've seen like your grind, and now you're on a college football team, a Division I team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I chose you, and that's pretty cool, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
No problem, bro.
Yeah.